All right. So let's talk some of these battle rap topics. Like I'm trying to figure out where do I start. All right, this one I'm gonna start at. First thing I see when I get on my timeline this morning in NBS Central on the timeline, capping. Capping talking about K Shine versus Shotty Hart happened last night. Like, why are you lying about a battle happening? Like, why? Why are we lying about battles happening? Especially a battle with K Shine being involved in it. Why are we lying? Why are we lying? Like, we don't have to lie about battles happening. Like, granted, Shotty Horror wasn't the opponent everybody wanted to see K Shine making his return with, but to lie and say the battle happened and we know it's supposed to happen New Year's Eve, and it didn't happen. And K-Shine put out a message saying that it was going to be rescheduled. So that was the first thing I got on my timeline seeing. Uh, Next thing I see some matches got switched with Have a Blessed One for the OSB. Have a Blessed One too. Now Ace Amin is battling Black Ab, I believe it is. Um, for whatever reason, the matchups changed. Salute to that. Salute to that. If you're in the DMV February 21st and 22nd, pop out. Pop out. You got Vanguard, which is OSBO versus everybody happening on the 21st. You got Have a Blessed One 2 happening on the 22nd. Drugs is making his return. You know, it got all your favorites on that card. You got Swerve, you got Cuban, you got Zeke, you got Funeral Frame, you got her like Fido, Zaz on the card, you got Caution making a debut, you got Trap Bandicoot making a debut. Like, fire card. Fire card. Um, Salute Dejan T also. Salute to Dejan T. Ma Bars. That card is coming out to be dope. Like, most of the card is dropped. I think she said she only has one more announcement for that. So, looking forward to the announcement for that. When the full card drops, I plan on then doing my predictions for the Bars and Roses Moi Bars. Um, like not too long ago, him and had a space where he had real name Brandon and Capo in it. Um, Salute to real name Brandon. You know, condolences about somebody passing. Not really sure if him and Capo battle is happening. He did say that in the space. He didn't cancel the battle. He just wants to make sure the funeral isn't the same day as the battle. But I don't know what's going to happen with that. And the community part of that, it seemed like real name Brandon and Capo were having communication. Whereas about, I guess, how like him waiting to find the dates far as the funeral, before him basically say he could do the battle, he can't do the battle. But if I heard real name Brandon right in the space, he said he been writing his rhinos. So that don't sound like he's trying to cancel the battle. He just wants to ensure it's not the same day. You know, if God forbid he can't make the battle, hopefully they can find somebody else for Capo to battle. That Capo is still on the card. I think that was what um Hitman and Capo were getting at. That if Running Brandon knows by a certain point he can't do the battle, they still want to have Capo on the card. So to figure out how to get him a new opponent, I guess. If Running Brandon can't do it, which is understandable. It's understandable. Hitman basically told him, handle what you need to handle. But I guess keep him in the loop. Keep him and Capo in the loop. And Geechee in the loop. So I guess at a point, if he finds that he can't do it, they can get the replacement. Capo shouldn't lose out on the opportunity on that card. If I can't see it, hold on. This shit, man, corny for real. Hitman shouldn't discuss that shit personally. Okay, so Hitman only discussed it in the space because I want to say Capo made a tweet that had like the text thread of him and real name Brandon. So that's why he addressed it in the space. Like aside from that, I don't think he would have addressed it in the space. Um See, that's the thing. I'm not sure if Geechee knew. I don't know what Geechee tweeted in response to it. I think Hitman added Geechee to ask, was he aware of running back in the situation? And I don't know what happened from there with that. So I can't really say. Um, but for me, I'm all for if the battle can't happen, reschedule it. Reschedule it, but it's more than enough time to get Cabo a new opponent. Get him a new opponent. Don't make him miss out, you know, because of the circumstance. You know? I think that's more so the thing with that. As far as Hitman addressing it in the spaces, he only addressed it in the spaces because of the tweet being made public. The tweet being made on Twitter and their text thread, I believe that Capo posted. That is the only reason why Hitman made a space and it addressed anything. Salute Joey 9. And this is the thing that I've noticed that some people were saying on Twitter was that um if real name Brandon and Capo had a dialogue, um talking about his situation, and by whatever date he would know whether he could do the battle or not, that's cool because that's your opponent. But I still think Geechee or Hitman should have still been a part of that conversation. So if you have to get a new opponent, this person is aware of the situation. Y'all are aware of the situation. That's the only catch with that. Granted, not everything has to go to social media, but it just seems like that hit social media and that prompted him and Holland in the space. Um, I think Ace was saying that Capo was in the wrong. I think Capo's thinking more so from the aspect that if he's wrote these rounds and Running Brandon is not really saying, hey, I I can't do the battle, because Running Brandon even in the space said, I never told Capo I couldn't do the battle. I just need to make sure it's not the same day as the funeral. So I get um I get Capo's point of view with, okay, we've been in contact, you know, but it's like how many more days before you find out whether or not you could make the battle? And then like you never commit. I don't know if he communicated that to Geechee, and whether Geechee and Hitman had a car. Hitman never knew about it, so it makes me wonder, did he communicate that to Geechee too, or was he trying to handle his situation before really alarming them with it? But I still think anytime something arises, you know, granted this was not, certain things you can't control, but anytime something arises, I think you still have to make the people who are in charge of the league aware of what your situation is, so they can be like, okay, uh, whenever as soon as you find out, we know, and we can move accordingly. You know, like I was looking forward to that battle. We haven't seen real name Brandon in like a brick, so I was excited to see him on the card. You know, he's been MIA. We haven't seen him, so it's like happy to see him on the card. But he gotta take care of real life first before battle rap. That's how that just has to go. So prayers and thoughts with real name Brandon and his family at this time. You know, if all is well and it's not the same day, real name Brandon versus Capo will be happening on the Riot versus the Bags of Bodies. You know, um, let's see. What else have I seen on my timeline today? A conversation that I keep saying is about promoting battlers and promoting. There's many different ways to promote. You know, there's many different ways. Some people will have the tactic of doing short videos with their clips and tagging media. For me, I have no problem with that. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna retweet it. I see that as a way to, you know, you're getting it out to media. You're getting it. You may say you have 5,000 fans. Some of media has at least probably at least about most have, I'm gonna say about 8,000, maybe 10. Like I have 12. I think I had 12.2 thousand followers on my Twitter. So the more you tag with some people, it gets different eyes to view it. Now you have those who don't want to be tagged a whole bunch. Understandable. Like I'm not mad at that, and I get it. Some people don't want that down there. Me, I don't support costs me nothing. All I gotta do is boop, like it, retweet it. You know, I don't have no problem. But you could. That's a way of promoting. Promote your battles. That's another way of promoting. Promote your battles. Win, lose, draw, indifferent. Promote your battles. Promote your battles. Like it's a lot of people that I didn't like. I follow, but I really didn't know them far as like them being battlers until they started tagging me or sending me their battles and asking me to watch their battles and critique their battles. Dad, do interviews. That is another way to get your fan base up. Another way to get your fan base up. Do interviews. Whether you do like you have me with Talks with Jay, you have F Dot with Queen FETV, you got Joey Nine, you got the commission, you have the family, like Three Letterman, Black Compass. You have all these different ones. OG Spaces, You got Casanova that does his. You have all these different outlets. All these different outlets, far as battle rap media, in all different tiers. It takes nothing to reach out to one of us. It takes nothing to reach out to one of us and say, hey, let me get an interview with you, or hey, let's do a spaces because you being a battler, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a lot of battle rap people, battle rappers that follow you. Me, I'm a battle rap fan, but I also do media, so I may have a lot of the media that follows me. I have a little bit of both, you know. So you just never know who's gonna pop up in the space, and that can support. It's all about being being reachable, being likable, being marketable. Some people don't know who some of these battlers are because y'all don't market yourselves. Your battle drop, or you got a battle coming up, you post your flyer once, you think that's going to get people to want to see your battle, want to talk about your battle. And then another thing is, you have it that you can stream. Far as you can do your own stream. Like if you're a battle rapper, you should have your own YouTube page, promoting your battles, promoting your clips, and anything else that you're doing. You can make your own videos, but use the media. Use the media. Granted, some of the bigger media may not interview certain people, and it's cool. And it's cool. But you got media that will show you love and really help you out. Promote your battles. Promote your battles. Promote your battles. Promote your clips. Like sell the fights. Like you ain't gotta go crazy with it, but sell the fight. Like, and I say this, I say it, Breed and J Skills versus Fizo. Wasn't nobody really talking about it at first. I took it upon myself to start tweeting at Fizo. Hashtag regular rapping ass nigga. And it was all just to provoke. And we had a good back and forth, but it was all in promotion. All in promotion. Like it could take the smallest things. Like Casanova did the same thing far as Breed in the event. Watching the battles and he broke them down with the bars. Whereas for me, I did a little bit of um who won, what I like, what they could improve upon, and stuff like that, and who potentially I could want to see them battle next. Like support costs nothing. It costs nothing. That's why I say battle is like a lot of them. A lot of y'all ain't where you want to. You don't support, promote. You don't promote. Dropping your flyer and then saying, "Oh, this is your battle day," and then your battle drops. Say you lost the battle. You didn't. Then you don't promote the battle when it drops. Like make it make sense. You may feel you lost the battle. Somebody else watching it may not feel that way. That's why I say you gotta promote. You gotta promote. You gotta promote. Like I've had interviews with a few of the like I haven't had an interview with anybody who's like major. Like I got Payne, I got Don Marino, you know, I had Trez, Chef Trez, like but like most of my interviews are like the talent that most aren't talking about. And that's always been my thing. Like, let me get the people that the fans are talking about, and but let me go find the talent. Maybe at a She Go Hard, maybe at a We Go Hard. Like, that's why I went to go do the interview with Sonny, because he had the battle coming up. Spin the yard with me. Like, no matter what level you reach in battle rap, promotion is key. Some form of promotion matters. Like, I've promoted hashtag talks with Jay so much that I'm in the algorithm as far as Google. If you put hashtag talks with Jay in, either one, my Twitter pops up, or two, my YouTube pops up. That's how you do it. Find a hashtag and consistently use it. Like, that's how you do it. You gotta be innovative. You gotta use what you know. You can't just write the raps, memorize the raps, and that's it. It's very few battlers that can do that motto, and it works for them. Maybe a JC, maybe a Romnetti, but it's the stature that they have. They gonna post a flyer, but they're not promoting like some people are. Like, yes, the spaces is your friend. That's why I'd be like, to battlers who say, "Oh, I ain't gonna rap in the spaces." Some of your biggest stars that come from the spaces. Eunice, Appa, uh, Rainfire, Moon, Rock Lee. Like, stop saying like what you not gonna do. Like, salute the Doc. Doc do Doc Row showcases, and he's discovered some dope ass talent in far some showcases. But you just never know who's gonna be in the listeners. You just never know who's gonna be in the listeners. Like, Twitter Spaces is a lovely thing. You get the media, you get your fellow peers, far as the battlers and managers and league owners, all in one space together. And just based off of rapping good enough space can get you booked. That's why I say networking, promoting, networking and promoting go hand in hand. Like, it's so simple, but it's not enough. Like, I don't see certain people doing it enough. I just be like, bruh, I can give free thoughts and ideas all day with it, and it's like, if you ain't gonna use it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You know, some battlers, you're not at a point where you can't promote. Like, you can't promote. Like, and it's so funny because when I streamed, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. When me and Denzel streamed yesterday, I was talking about the man. I was talking about the man that certain battlers have. I put a hitman on the card. I know for sure it's going to sell out. I know for sure that I'm going to make a certain percentage of my money back. And it's so funny. We were talking about him and his demand, and Twerk and his demand. Twerk is on two of the biggest cards. Twerk is on T Top's card and he's on Hitman's card. And then we just got the third announcement today for as Twerk. He's on Redemption 4 for URL versus K Slate. Kid Slate. So you can't tell me that a person's demand doesn't matter. Twerk being on any card is going to get people to go buy it. It's going to get people to go buy it. Like realistically. So that's why I say with leagues, when you go asking for these certain amounts, like you go asking for a certain amount, how much of whatever they put into the event, what percentage are you bringing back to them? How many people you bringing through the door? How many pay per views are you guaranteed to sell when you're on the card? Like don't like Twerk, Hitman, Rock, Twerk, Hitman, Rock. I would say Jazz, Hustle. Like these are like people that if they're on the surf, like free surf, like these are people that on the if they're on a card, we know people popping out for them. We know people popping out for them. Like it's about demand and being able to help whoever league recoup some of the money they don't put out to the talent. Like that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. February 21st, 22nd, OSBL, Vanguard, the 21st, OSBO versus everybody. 20. February 22nd, have a blessed one too. Maryland versus DC versus VA. Drugs' return. Caution's debut. Like, that's some fire battles. So you in the DMV pop out February 21st, 22nd. Then you got No Coast got a card. If you support Nonchalant John and CA, No Coast. They on the No Coast cards. You support A Beezy, she on that joint too. As far as No Coast. Go support that. That has a pay-per-view. That pay-per-view I think is $25. And that's the 22nd. Um uh Knuckleheads event for its aftermath. The main event for that one on the 22nd, you got Shuni the Rapper versus Matrice. You got She So You on that card, La G's on that card, Tato's on that card. I believe Black Lyric is on that card, and it's so funny that Black Lyric is on that card because she's also on the Bars and Roses Wah Bars card. So I love it. I love it. I love seeing the newer talent be on multiple cards. So that's multiple different eyes. Like I love it. The whole conversation of about who's the top performer. You know, I I would not argue any. And me and Denzel had this conversation too. I would not argue anybody down if you told me that Twerk was the number one performer right now. I would not argue you down because when I think of performance, I think of Twerk, I think of Hitman, I think of Surf, I think of K Shine, I think of Hustle, like I think of Jack. Like I would not dispute you if you told me Twerk was number one. He's electrifying. He's electrifying. He's very entertaining. I would not dispute you with that. I just wouldn't. You know. Now Jack. That's why I'm like Jack. for me, Jack Boy performs his ass off. Like, I may not be able to quote you everything that goes with some of Jack Boy shit, but Jack got the bop it, the fuck all the New York teams. He had um the joint versus chess. Like, he's has Arsenal. I don't know if I would say Arsenal's a performer. He's more. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's more. I wouldn't really put ours in the category of perform. Like, I could say Suge probably more so because Suge's more. I would say Suge has more to his rapping. Like, ours' whole thing has always been disrespect. It's been, but that's not in every battle. That's not in every battle. So when ours want to just strictly bar with you, he can do it. He can do it, and that's what I like. I really like about Arsenal. Like, he Nitty Nitty's punch heavy, but does he have some performance to his punches? Yes. So that's why I'm like, I'm not mad at Jack's take of Hitman if he feels as though Hitman's not the top performer. And I don't know if I haven't seen it all, but I've read the little synopsis pieces I've been seeing on Twitter. You know, who am I to tell Jack he's wrong? And if he feels that Twerk can beat Hitman, which I'm not mad at that either. Like, if he battles Twerk would be what, his second, like, guy of like the new school, like newer battle, like, kind of like how he battled Easy. So like, you like battle rap now, so Twerk would be basically the same thing. Like, I like Hitman. Don't get me wrong, but him like Twerk, Twerk has the bars to go along with being electrifying. Hitman has quotables. He has some quotables, but I don't know if it's enough. If it's enough. Like, it's a battle I want to see. I hope Hitman Holla versus New Jersey Twerk is on Power Moves 2. If Power Moves 2 comes around the same time this year as it did last year, Power Moves 2, I need Hitman Holla versus New Jersey Twerk. And if Twerk goes in there and clearly beats Hitman, we're not even gonna say the whole premise of their battle is about like who's king of performance. We're not even gonna like say it as that, but that is what the narrative to Hitman versus Twerk is coming down to. Um, him and Ars was really good. I don't too much remember Hitman and Big T like that. Is that the one with? Is that the battle where Hitman had that black shirt with the green on it, green with the white on it? That might be that battle. I think that's that battle that he battled Big T. Like, that's not a battle I really too much remember. And I remember like most battles as far as Hitman. Like, if I can't quote, I can either one quote you something from the battle, or I can quote you or tell you something that he had on in the battle. Normally, that's how I, for the most part, remember things. That's normally how I'm remembering. I don't know. Um, it's amazing. So, anybody who feels as though Twerk can go and beat Hitman, I wouldn't argue that. I wouldn't argue that. Nah, Hitman did not lose to Tay Rock. Hitman did not lose to Tay Rock. He beat Tay Rock. He stopped Tay Rock's run. He the same way he stopped Kayshawn's run. Don't do this again. Do not do this again. He stopped both of their runs. That, like, people gotta make me understand this. For Hitman, for y'all to say Hitman don't have, he don't rap. He all performance. But yet he stopped Hitman. He stopped Kayshawn's run and Tay Rock's run. So is it me? Is it me? I think he got to be able to rap to stop these people. Like, I just gotta understand it. I gotta understand it. Somebody gotta make me understand it. All right, I'm about to get up off here. I'll holler at y'all good people tomorrow.